Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Tuesday. I wanted to shoot this video just because I found it quite amusing. I think a couple videos ago I was talking about Rob Liefeld and the controversy with him on this Major X character. I just watched the video that Atomic Com had shot with Nick from Key Collector. They had some good points. I agree with some of their points about Rob Liefeld and the fact that he could have handled things better, but I think they don't understand Rob Liefeld very well. He's a narcissist, which a narcissist means they don't give a fuck what you think. They don't care if what they said hurts your feelings. They don't care if they block you and you complain about it and thousands of people start talking about what a douchebag you are. You know, he doesn't care. That's the personality makeup of Rob Liefeld. He's also, I wanted to go over this because I also don't think he's very creative. So the Major X character, let me blow this up here. All right, so there's the design of Major X. He kind of looks like Deadpool in the costume. Okay, maybe the color design isn't exactly the same, but he's got the sword coming out of the bat. You know, he's always got the two swords, just like Deadpool had. He's using guns, handguns, just like Deadpool would use. The helmet, now this is where it gets interesting. The helmet, shape of the helmet looks just like Judge Dredd, right? Here's the Judge Dredd, and Judge Dredd actually has the X right there, right? There's a, yeah, here's a better view of it, right? So what did he do creatively, right? I think, I don't know if he did this or not, but maybe he subconsciously did. He took the helmet of Judge Dredd and he closed it off so that there's no mouth, and the X was already there. All he did was he reversed it, made the helmet all black, and then he made the X, he extended the X, made it red. What's the other character that he basically combined the element of? Cyclops. Okay, here's the original Cyclops, right, with the visor. But in the last several years, they basically changed Cyclops to look like this, right? Wearing a helmet with the X, and his optic beams would shoot out from the X. So what did he do? All Rob Liefeld did was he took the X, the red X from Cyclops' helmet, and he combined it with the shape of Judge Dredd's helmet, and then just closed off the face. That's it. That's all he did. and then he borrowed elements from Deadpool. So he basically combined three characters to make this character, right? He took Cyclops, he took Judge Dredd, and he took Deadpool. And literally, that's all he did. In these videos, everyone's saying how popular Major X is. Why is he popular? I think the only thing that's popular about it is the fact that Rob Liefeld blocked somebody, tweeted about it, basically called somebody a clown, one of his fans, and one of his fellow artists, who only had good things to say about him, called him a clown, and I think the only reason there's any attention on this book at all is because of Rob Liefeld's personality and controversy. I think otherwise, it's poor. It's not good. Most X-Men title books have been crap for the last several years. It's not just my opinion. Look at sales. Go on Comic-Con and look at past sales of these books. Go talk to shop owners who sell comic books on a daily basis and ask them how X-Men books sell. They don't sell at all. And Rob Liefeld, I think this would have been another book that just disappeared into obscurity. I still think eventually it'll probably get canceled, but maybe they'll ride this, controversy will ride interest in the book for a while. So, maybe Liefeld's, maybe he's more brilliant than he seems. I don't know. He's getting a lot of attention on the book. Obviously, he's getting people in the YouTube community to talk about it, like me and Comic Tom and other people in the community, to do videos on it, which is only further promoting his shit book. But I just think it's funny that, there's people that want to like Rob Liefeld, and of course, Rob Liefeld makes it almost impossible for you to like him. All you got to do is watch that. What was that documentary about Image Comics? It was on. I think Robert Kirkman did a documentary series on AMC, and I think one of the first ones he did was on Image Comics. It was the birth of Image Comics, how it came about. These three guys got together: Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, and I think Valentine. I think Valentine. I think those were the original three guys. Then they brought in Silvestri. They brought in Jim Lee and all that eventually. But it's an interesting story because when they interview these guys from Image, when they talk about Rob Liefeld, none of them really have anything nice to say about Rob Liefeld. I think they felt like he was what he is. He's a narcissist. He does what's only best for him. But even then, he doesn't even do that, because what's best for Rob Liefeld is actually being great to fans, and maybe at times he is. But there's a lot of instances where he's not. So I don't know. Atomic Com, I kind of agree with him. He definitely thinks that Liefeld could have done a better job of handling this. But that's not gonna happen from Rob Liefeld. You don't understand the man. He's a narcissist. That's just his personality. And he's not really even I've just kind of shown you the evidence that he's not that creative anymore, right? He literally, this character is just an amalgamation between three other characters: Deadpool, Cyclops, and Judge Dredd. That's all it is. What other abilities he may have, you can do anything and add anything to a character, obviously, but, the look of the character, it's just a total copy of those three characters combined into one. So, no, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He created Deadpool, which I still think is one of the best Marvel characters created in the last 20 years, no doubt about it. Deadpool is a fantastic character. The movies are awesome. I think he definitely gets props for that. And I also like Cable. I wish Cable was I wish somebody would write Cable better. I'm still waiting for that. A really, really good Cable comic book. I think that book could be one of the best-selling comic books if it was written the right way. And they just, I don't know. Every time I read a Cable book, I'm disappointed that they don't do more. Especially going into his dark side, maybe going back into the past. I don't know, things like that. But so he created Deadpool, he created Cable. They're great characters, but that's about all he did. I never really cared for any of his stuff that he did in Image, Youngblood, all that stuff. I didn't care for any of it. It was real lazy, and that's the other thing with the Image in the early days is they got a lot of criticism because of how lazy they got. And, it's understandable. They're making a lot of money. These guys were making a ton of money. They were rock stars in the comic book industry. They were making millions and millions of dollars. And it's tough to have that fire in the belly to keep expanding and creating. And I think a lot of these guys just got bored, and that's why you got to give props to Todd McFarlane. He's one of their only original guys that stuck with it, created a great character. It's still going strong today. Sales of Spawn are still doing well for an independent title. He had that work ethic, and I think a lot of these other guys just didn't have it. And, you know, history is the judge. So I just thought I'd do a little video on it. I know it's some people. There may be some people on this video that don't like Rob Liefeld. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's some that do like him. But no doubt about it, he seemed to have handled this incorrectly. Kind of yelling at a fan and blocking somebody on Twitter is kind of an infantile move. But hey, that's what you're gonna get. That's Rob Liefeld's the same as he's always been. All right, he's a narcissist. That's just the way it is. And he's made a lot of money and he's been successful to a degree. So you can't take that away from him. But that's my video, guys. I just wanted to comment on the controversy. I thought it was it's amusing. Anyways, I think it's pretty funny. I definitely think that this character is just, I don't think it's that creative, but yeah, let me know what you think if I'm wrong. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell for notifications and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, if you agree with me, if you think my opinion's way off base or not. Yeah, maybe it is. I'm a little biased. I've never really liked his artwork, and I just think it's funny that his comments on Twitter and all that. I think it's pretty funny. All right, guys. I will shoot another video tomorrow highlighting books that are coming out the following Wednesday. Thanks.